Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. As we'll see Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Mac Jones and the Miami Dolphins.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They'll run on first down. Randolph. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Randolph. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. And to throw again is Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now as they'll be backed up to start this first drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this out past the 25. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw is taken in by Waddle. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a first carry for their fullback.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Room here to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
On 2nd down now, it's Curtis. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. Now Jones. Flush to his right. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Throwing Jones. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On On second down, it's Curtis. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. We're scoreless after 1. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man complete. That's Curtis. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Coleman now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. 7 yards, the pickup there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. A give to the fullback on the dive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On 2nd down now, Randolph. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Jones, he'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and it's 3rd down. Jones hit, and the ball's out. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. On the give, this is their fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Lawrence going to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Jones now throwing on first down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Jones on 1st and 10. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. Touchdown, Dolphins. George Kittle, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Point after here coming up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the New York Giants. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied, and this is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. It doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
A gain of 3, second down. From the gun, Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll try the left side. Curtis. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Curtis. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. Comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old-school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch him by surprise.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
From the 16, Lawrence got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 36, Jones completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Face mask, defense.
So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Curtis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. George Kittle. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Lawrence to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And he's got his target, Harris. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. His pass caught with the 4. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Miami set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Room to run past midfield. And down to the 29-yard line. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Jones. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Dolphins.
There's another big play for him right there, and that's not the first time we've said that throughout this game. This last catch puts him over 200 yards receiving for the ball game and leaving the defense with just one word in their mind: helpless.
On 1st down, it's Curtis. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Jones. They'll roll him out right, and he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
On 3rd down, Curtis. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. But with clock, a decent amount of time here in the tie game, what do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules are the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We can call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. Now a first throw here in overtime. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter on for a very important punt here in overtime. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return, here's Richard. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for the Dolphins. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again. Still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash? What do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Curtis. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we go back a little ways, Cam. We go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. The Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there.
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.